Hi, I'm Jason Houtsma, guitar instructor for worshipartistry.com. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the song Be Thou My Vision. Now, it seemed appropriate. It's March, St. Patrick's Day, Irish melody, makes sense. Wanted to quickly point out that I'm using a capo on the 2nd fret, but I'm leaving my E string open. It's not a cut capo or anything. Most capos will do this. But you can just hold down those 5, leave that E string open. And what that allows me to do is play D shapes, which sound really good with this song, but still give me that low, kind of girthy tone and still be playing in the key of E. The thing that's nice about this over playing in drop D is that your shapes don't actually change. So a G chord stays the same. You don't have to make, drop D adjustments to play those chords. One quick note is we do have charts and tabs over at worshipartistry.com. I've got a link in the description. And after the song, I will kind of go through some of the key points. Speaking of the song, I will say I'm getting over a cold. I've probably got 3 or 4 takes in me. And so if my voice cracks a little bit, I really wanted to get this out before St. Patrick's Day. So if my voice cracks, I plead you for forgiveness. All right, here's Be Thou My Vision.
Thou my vision, O Lord of my heart, naught be all else to me, save that thou art. Thou my best thought, by day or by night, waking or sleeping, thy presence my light. Oh, be thou my wisdom, and thou my true word. I ever with thee, and thou with me, Lord. Thou my great Father, and I thy true Son. Thou in me dwelling, and I with thee one. So riches I heed not, nor man's empty praise. Thou mine inheritance, now and always. Thou and thou only, first in my heart. High King of heaven, my treasure thou art. O High King of heaven, my victory won. May I reach heaven's joys, oh bright heaven's sun. Heart of my own heart, whatever befall, still be my vision, oh ruler of all. So still be my vision, O ruler of all.
So a couple things we'll point out. Like I said, we've got the tabs and the charts over at the Worship Artistry Green Room. So if you're watching this on YouTube, click the link in the description and head over there got a lot more material. But for just kind of walking through here, I'm building out of that D shape. And if I hold it down with my pointer and middle finger, it allows me to and I'm just kind of holding that chord, and if you wanted to just do single notes, you could simplify that. I probably play it a little bit differently every time I play it. But then you're coming up to that, what looks like the 9th fret is actually in 7th in relationship to the capo. And then when you're here, you have a nice D chord, so you can throw that in. Or what I did on some of those instrumental parts is I jumped up and took over with my pointer finger and just tried to change the melody up a little bit in between. Drop back to a B minor, G, A, D. Okay, so I've got tabs of that down below as well, just kind of a basic idea of it, because like I said, I change it up a little bit every time. Another move I did a lot was simply just working down the scale there. Now during the singing, I like to bring in some of those melodic ideas on the guitar without going crazy on them and like overly emphasizing them, but they just kind of emphasize certain parts of the melody. So for example, for the first 2 verses, I like to play just basically that intro, be thou my vision, and just sing over the top of that. Drop to the A, D, and then kind of walk down that melody line just by hitting the 3rd fret of the E there and the open B at the same time. So save that, thou, like so, and then land on the A chord. There's also the thou my best thought, right? So what I did there is I'm just working up that B string from the open, 2nd, 3rd, and then once again back to chords. And the main thing is you don't want to stop what you're doing to throw those riffs in. Those are just some ways to emphasize the melody within the rhythm playing. You may also have noticed that in the 3rd verse, I kind of got rid of playing the riff. I switched to a B minor there. It just feels like it helps give it a little bit of a lift as you're playing through. It's like the song just kind of takes on another groove. And then finally, I did change the chord. I went to a G chord in the beginning of the 4th verse. Once again, just to kind of give it a little bit of a change, a little bit of a lift. So that you're not changing it so much that everyone goes, whoa, what did you just do? But just enough so that it's like, oh, the song feels like it's still progressing even though it's just on a guitar. This version would work great with a full band. I play it with a band at my church as well. So have lots of fun with it. Like I said, tabs, charts, over there at worshipartistry.com. The link is in the description. Enjoy.